So my dad has gone into respite last night and probably for a couple more days. And what that is, it's just like a break from caring. So you can almost like drop your loved one off to a kind of nursing home for short stay, and they'll look after him and give you a bit of rest. And I didn't realize how important that would be until I'm now on it. And yeah, it was really needed. I've only had kind of one other day off looking after Dad, I guess, since he moved in. Actually, there was 2 days. So one, I had to go to Melbourne to do a gig, but I was still here in the morning and at night. The other one was a day where I couldn't get out of bed. I slept until about 5 p.m. and that's kind of when I first came downstairs, and it was great. It was after the first couple of weeks looking after Dad, and I just really needed the sleep. So it's been good. Dad is in a place called Mary Potter Hospice. It's just across the road. It's about 5 minutes walk away, and they seem all really lovely, and they've got all of Dad's notes from his palliative care nurse, and that's all good from my perspective, at least. I guess Dad has a bit of a different perspective. Even after all of the shenanigans, I think he's kind of comfortable here, and I don't think he really wanted to go. We didn't exactly know when a bed would become available, but they rang us up on Tuesday and said, there's one available, you can bring him in this morning. And I said, look, we should probably pack a bag and head off. I've got to go to work soon, so let's get out of the way. And he just kind of went into denial a little bit. He wanted me to push him up to the table in his wheelchair so he could read the paper, which he's never done before. I realized he was just kind of stalling because he didn't want to go. And after a little bit of chatting with him, he told me it was because he didn't really know what the other place would be like. And I kind of had to remind him that it was a thing that I needed to do to have a bit of a recharge. And he went along with it, but he kind of grumbled all the way and just kind of made it a little bit harder than it probably needed to be, and less of a I deserve this and more of a you're deserting me here in a nursing home. It probably wasn't that bad. And then we got there and everyone's lovely, but he's in a shared room, which he really didn't want to do. He goes to the toilet a lot, and I totally understand it. He probably feels a bit self-conscious about always being in the toilet. Also, if there's someone else in the toilet and he needs it straight away, he's going to be in a bit of trouble. But the place is a hospice, so the single rooms are reserved for people who are actually like really close to the end. And so he doesn't really qualify, which he didn't really like. But that's what you get for living. Now, the reason we chose to have respite at this time is Kirsty's gone away. She's gone overseas for a week to Thailand on a hen's night. She's going to a full moon party tonight, I think. She might be there right now, which is totally awesome for her. She really deserves to go and have some fun. Unfortunately, I think she said she lost her phone on her first night, which put a bit of a damper on there, but I hope that she manages to have a whole bunch of fun because she's been amazing through all of this. And the hospice actually offered to, have Dad for weeks if need be, but I felt really bad about as soon as Kirsty goes, I just kicked my dad to a hospice. So he's only going for a couple of days and he'll be back by the weekend, which will be nice. So now I have this time to myself. I can kind of do whatever I want. So it's 3:10 in the morning and I am waiting for iOS 7 to download. It's so slow at the moment and it keeps crapping out on me. I sat down and watched a movie, which I haven't been able to do for ages, and I got to make myself dinner without having to think of anyone else's dietary needs. I made myself a salami and chili pizza, which is all full of food that Dad can't have. He can't have salami, it's too salty. He can't have the tomato base because it's got a lot of potassium in it. He can't have anchovies because it's salty. And I load all this stuff up and I put it on and it tasted great for the first couple of bites. And then I think because I'm conditioned to not really have a lot of salt in my diet now, it was super salty and so hard to get through. And I've been drinking like water non-stop since then. And also I had a second one because I can. I went to the local pool for a swim. I even went shopping, which I haven't done forever, and certainly haven't done just because I'm able to. So respite is a really valuable thing, and I really appreciate the fact that it's a service that's available. And last night I went to a film screening. It was a competition of a film that I helped out a couple of weeks ago with Maz, my business partner for my production company that I'm starting up, and it won both People's Choice and the Judges Award. So he walked away with $2,500 and a new camera, but he was going to go and hit the town, so I had to take them home with me. So that's them there, the vouchers on top of the camera. It's a Canon 5D Mark III. If you want to look at the film, there'll be a link below. But if you search for Birdbath film, you should watch it because it's pretty cool. I think my phone's about to start updating. Oh, fuck you, error. God damn, I hate you. All right, now I have to figure out if I'm going to stay up and do it all again on both my iPhone and then my iPad, or if I should go to sleep, because tomorrow I want to sleep in, and then I'm going to go for a massage down the road at one of those massagey places. Legitimate massagey places.